Have you ever wondered what would happen if you painted non-metallic metal using metallic paints? Keep watching! Hello fellow Hunters of the Blue, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to the second video featuring True Metallic Metal, the upcoming system of metallic paints created by Vallejo. In the first video we took a sneak peek into the massive system of AT paints, exploring basic techniques for speed painting and beginners, and in this video I will explore how we can use this system for display painting and advanced techniques. Hopefully this will show how powerful these paints can really be in the hands of an advanced artist. I am extremely excited about this video, so let's not wait anymore. Let's get cracking! As you can see, we are starting from a base coat of a black spray, my sapphire blue airbrush version, over all of the blue panels. I'm going to start by darkening everything down and giving me a better canvas to start highlighting. And for that I'm going to just do a full layer using the sapphire blue shade over every single part. Because we're going to do so much highlighting on top of this, we don't really need to be careful. But still, it's always better to work over a nice base coat than, having to fix mistakes. Our initial overall wash is fully dry. And now, because this is a high-level painting, I'm going to do it with a focused light. So the first thing I'm going to do is to sketch out that highlight. And you can take a look at how the real lights interact with the metallic paint to create that effect. If you are quick, you can move around the edge of the paint and try to, pre-blend it, so to speak. And I'm going to start thinking about that in an NMM way. So basically I'm going to paint non-metallic metal but using metallic paints. If you want to see a video on how to sketch out and plan your highlights for non-metallic metal, I have one. I will try to remember to link it. Our initial highlight is now done, and you can see how good it already looks. It's very subtle, that highlight, of course, because it's just the base color over a wash, but it already starts looking amazing. And for the next step we have several options. We could do just more highlights, but I think I want to re-establish and re-emphasize some of the shading. For that I'm just going to go back to the sapphire blue shade, and we can apply this in several ways, and I'm going to show you both. We could just use the brush like that. I'm going to go over all of the shadows, just making them stronger, just like that. And we can use this to smooth out our transitions even more. Another way you can do this is by using the airbrush, but you have to be really careful with that. I'm just going to load a straight up shade in my airbrush, just like that. Let's test it out. Okay. I'm going to turn my pressure down a little bit and see if I can add some shading using my airbrush, just like that. If you are really good with your airbrush, I'm sure you could do a lot more than what I can, but even a shitty airbrusher like me can get quite a decent result. With that extra bit of shading, you can see how dramatic the source of light is now. And now we could just start highlighting, but first I want to sketch out the secondary reflections. We could just use the same sapphire blue for those secondary reflections, but it's usually a good idea to change the hue. That usually gives us a more interesting result. So I'm going to use the ultramarine blue BSL Triad. And what I will do is start sketching my highlights on the other side. And I'm going to be quite aggressive with that, but I'm not going to blend this a lot right now. I just want to sketch out where those highlights are. And when you do this, you have to be very consistent with your highlight placement. And as you can see here on this leg, all of the highlights are in the same alignment. If we want to blend this, we can just mix 50-50 of the ultramarine blue with the sapphire blue shade to get an intermediate color that we could use to blend this out. Look at how easy those colors blend. Hopefully you can see how cool that looks. Yeah, this is exactly the effect we are going for. With that secondary highlight sketch, as you can see there, I'm going to start highlighting everything. And for that, I'm going to start with a light sapphire blue. And I'm going to place my highlight there. Again, I'm first of all sketching my highlight, just like that. You see, looks a little bit strong, but if you want to blend it, I can just mix a 1-to-1 ratio of the base and the light and get an intermediate color we could use to blend all of this together, just like that. You can see with that highlight applied how much intense that is compared to the rest of the scheme. So I'm just going to go around doing that all across our model. I first apply my highlight. If you really want to push this even further into the brighter side, we could use the light sterling silver, which is like the pure white of the set. This paint for me is an absolute must, as you can mix this paint into the other paints for the final highlight. It's just a universal color that you can always take advantage of. I finished highlighting the front of the model, and you can clearly see how good that looks. If you really put a little bit of effort, you will get an amazing result with these paints. And now I'm going to start highlighting my secondary reflections using ultramarine blue light. And the process is going to be the same. I'm going to apply the ultramarine blue light, and I'm going to create a 50-50 mix of the light and the base to use as a blending paint. Just like that. Off camera, I base coated the fist using, well, the ruby red, as I did in the previous video. If you want to see how the application goes, go and watch that one, if you haven't seen it already, obviously. But this was just 2 layers. That's it. Amazing coverage. And now I'm going to use the ruby red shade to apply it all over the fist. The same process we used for the blue, and we're going to basically do the same thing. Base coat, shading, sketching highlights, and then secondary reflections. With the shade dry, we can reapply our base ruby red in the highlight areas. In this case, because this is a cylinder essentially, I'm going to do a wide band of ruby red towards the top. And obviously focus on the fingers and all of those details. In the same way I did with the armor, I'm going to spray some of the ruby red on the very bottom. With that extra shading done, you can see how much darker it gets. I'm going to sketch my counter highlights, and for that I'm going to use Forge Red Base. Forge Red is the warm red metallic triad, and I'm just going to use the Forge Red to sketch my secondary highlight at the bottom here. And now I'm going to mix a little bit of the ruby red shade with the Forge Red to create a darker version and use that mix to blend everything together. Now with the secondary reflection in place, we can start highlighting the main point of light, and for this I'm just going to use the light version of ruby red. And the method is going to be the exact same. I'm going to sketch my highlight, and now with a halfway point mix between the base and the light, I can blend it all together. And if I really want to, I can take some of the sterling silver light and paint the final highlights. And for the secondary reflection, the Forge Red light is a bit too much, it's way too orange, which works fantastic for Forge Red, but it doesn't really work for what I want to do. So instead I'm going to use the light of the ancient copper triad. This will also serve to demonstrate that you can easily mix the different triads in between one another to create different effects. Just by applying the same paints but with more advanced techniques, we can achieve incredibly good results. The initial Space Marine was good. It was a really good Space Marine, I really like it. But the second one is just at a different level. This is a piece that I want to finish for display. And it also showcases how versatile the True Metallic paints really are. They can serve you well if you were a novice, and they can do you incredibly well if you are an advanced painter and know a trick or two. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget that if you like my videos and want to help me make them, you can follow me on social media. You have the links to all my social media in the description below and in the pinned comment of this video. Share and like this video, but most importantly, there is Patreon and channel members. Patrons and members allow me to do all the cool videos that I want to make, and most importantly, they allow me to keep releasing videos for free here on YouTube. Perks include access to an amazing Discord community full of lovely people, access to many more Patreon exclusive videos, and also private one-on-one online classes. Help me and join the list of the coolest persons in the planet, including 9 World 1 horses, Adam Foods, Adam Thaxton, Agon David, Al, Alex McDonough, Alan Hansen, Andy, Andrew Dyer, Andrei Mischenko, Angelos Alexou, Antoine Darbon, Arjet Lam, Avery Swanson, Bartosz Badensky, Big Beer 83, Biom, Bob Landrich, Bolsey, Bransky, Chase, Charles Armintas, Chris G, Chris Padmore, Christoph Moret, Christopher Weatherford, Kieran O'Murthail, Copper, Cory Trickler, Crystalios, Don Mako, Daniel Peach, Daniel Remin, Darcy Farrar, Dave Griffiths, David Smith, Dr. Cathabert, Dr. Vic, Emily Queen of Slots, Emma Ren Stewart, Felix Franke, Fergal, Philip Bueca, Francis Harbord, Gareth Smith, Gary Hewitt, G-Force, Good Old Boys Podcast, Howard Hotville, Hyde Anderson, Ian, Jacob Morris, Jake Staines, Jason Lantrip, Jason Weber, Javi Mota, Jay Jones, Jimmy McL, John W, John Shute, Jorge Pardo Serrano, Justin May, Just Rex, Carl Jones, Kevin Marshall, Kevin Sulars, Killaman21, Lafarel, Lelapin Troll, Leonard Lindemann, Luke Rubius Camhole, Mailbox 2112, Manuel Martinez Lavin, Mark Jarvis, Mark Watson, Mateus Babiuk, Matt Wallis, Matthew Lang, Michael Bro, Michael Holtz, Nasser Luta, Natius Maximus, Nicholas David, One Eye Wonder, One Early Dude, Oscar Therain Bebia, Oscar Jonathan Thomberg, Pablo Cuesta, Baited by Tainted, Palaskate, Rand Username, Richard St. Pierre, Robert Fuller, Robert Macmillan, Roger Nilsson, Sebastian A, Spicy Joe, Square Wave, Stavros Stavro, Stefan Zimmerman, Stephen K, Stirling Coulter Hayward, Swallox, Tyrek, Terry Denham, The Cosmic Serpent, 3Gs, Tristan Lennard, Ben de Vogel Alain, Ventur, Severin Dombrava, and Soy Sigefer. And as for me, I will catch you in the next one. Bye!